Hi, my name is Sebastian Brau, and today I'll be presenting the Collector, an autonomous golf ball picker vehicle. Oh, there we go. Imagine it's Easter Day and there's 12,000 Easter eggs in your front lawn. You have to pick up all these Easter eggs. On average, you can pick up 3,000 Easter eggs in an hour. I know this is starting to sound like a math problem, but it'll take you about 4 hours to pick up all those Easter eggs. This is the same problem that driving ranges across the country face every single day. Daily, there's 12,000 balls to pick up. As of current solutions, an employee drives a vehicle that is connected to a picking apparatus. This picking apparatus on the front of the vehicle, when it rolls over the golf ball, scoops them up and puts them in a basket. As of pain points with this current solution, the three main ones are wages, turnover costs, and inconsistency in labor. Wages account for 40% of all golf course expenses, and as employees can spend up to 8 hours on this machine picking, these wages quickly add up. Turnover cost is also extraordinarily high. One study by Michigan State University found that golf course turnover is as high as 65% annually. This is in line with what we found with our interviews, where managers complained about having to constantly hire new people, especially when their part-time worker high school students went back to school during the summer. Finally, inconsistency in labor was a frequent reason why the 40% of the managers who we interviewed over the last 3 months said that they struggled to sort of motivate their employees, and if an employee did become unmotivated, that they weren't invested in their work and didn't put in, they weren't really able to sort of help out with all the things that they really needed and to sort of enjoy being there. This brings me to my solution, and I'm pretty excited to present because it's a fully autonomous vehicle that connects to the pre-existing golf ball picker attachment. It is guided by GPS and follows a pre-planned path set by management. On the right side of the screen is the dimensions of the vehicle. This is my MVP here, and this sort of shows the sort of sketch I have for the internals. And on the left side is my prototype where I proved out the hardware and sort of the software side of the technology. It's retrofitted onto an RC car, and there's a golf ball in there to sort of show the size of the vehicle. The exciting bit about the prototype and why it's such a big accomplishment is due to the fact that this can easily be scaled up onto a bigger vehicle with bigger motors. This software easily scales to the bigger vehicle, and when I'm able to build an MVP, the vehicle is ready to get in the hands of customers. On the right side of my screen here, so where my mouse is, on the ground is my prototype, and the bottom left hand is the screen that the customer would see. The green waypoints are waypoints that I've placed on the map, and the yellow path is the guide that the robot's supposed to follow. A red arrow is going to appear on the screen where it shows the intersection between the parking lines. This shows how accurate the vehicle is at reaching all the waypoints. As market size, there are 34,000 golf courses globally. 28,000 golf courses are in countries with minimum wage higher than $8. Finally, 15,000 golf courses are in the United States. As a business model, the way I calculate sort of my service obtainable market is by finding golf courses that pick more than 3 hours a day. These golf courses account for 70% of all golf courses in the United States and comes out to about 10,500, which I got from the sample size of the 40 golf courses that I've interviewed. This leads to a service obtainable market of $45 million annually. And I get this number by saying that golf courses will pay $5,000 annually to lease this vehicle. I get this number by taking the current solution and the amount of hours that an employee will pick for golf balls and multiplying that by his wages for every single day that he works. And this works out to about $8,700 annually. And I believe that golf courses are willing to pay the $5,000 due to the fact that I provide a 40% cost savings on labor. As with competition, the top left hand of the screen shows the current solution, which are the manual vehicles by John Deere and EasyGo. The reason why I do not see them entering in this market is due to the fact that they do not actually make vehicles for driving ranges. It just happens that their vehicles fit the market. The vehicles actually need to be retrofitted and welded with the connector to connect to the pre-existing picker attachment. On the bottom right-hand screen is my competitors in terms of robotics and automation in the golf course industry. They have an all-in-one solution, which means that they don't only pick, they wash and dispense the golf balls. The problem with their solution, and sort of what I heard from managers and why they don't currently have this solution in the United States, is due to the fact it's very costly to implement the infrastructure necessary to sort of house the additional washing and dispensing machines out in the open, and also the pipes that sort of take the balls from the driving range to the washer. The golf courses and managers I talked to said they don't have the money and do not want to invest in a project that takes 5 to 10 years to sort of see a return on investment. This is why my product is perfect for the market right now, due to the fact that I instantly provide a cost savings to the golf courses. As of next steps and use of funds, I plan to use $5,000 to build an MVP. I believe this will take about a month and can easily be done due to the fact that I've already proved out the software and the automation side of it. Finally, $5,000 would go towards incorporation and any legal fees associated with patents, contracts, or liability insurance for the golf courses that I'll be testing at. Once I get this in the hands of customers, I hope to receive feedback and sort of iterate until I get a commercially viable solution, which by the end of the summer, I hope to take to the first golf courses in Austin. And I'll need an additional $6,000 to build two initial commercial units. Next, as sort of an expansion, I sort of see staying in Austin for about a year and sort of figuring out how the operations will work, and eventually span the Houston and Dallas, and eventually move out to the first state I would expand into is California, due to the fact that their minimum wage is actually $12 there, which is actually 50% higher than the minimum wage in Texas.
2 minutes remaining.
And well, thank you very much. And I'll take any questions.